Welcome to Worth a Watch, the show where we help you make better entertainment decisions. I'm your host, Nico Cuevas. On today's episode, we are talking about Mad Max Fury Road. Now, for the past couple of years, it seems like all we've been getting recently are reboots to older films. Now, if you've seen the trailers for Mad Max Fury Road, I wouldn't be surprised if you thought that this was a reboot because Mel Gibson isn't in any of the trailers. But you'd be mistaken. Mad Max Fury Road is actually a sequel to the original Mad Max trilogy. It's written and directed by the same exact person who created the first three films, director George Miller, who is right now most recently known for Happy Feet. So where's Mel Gibson in this movie if this is a sequel to Mad Max The Road Warrior and Beyond Thunderdome? Well, as director George Miller describes it, this is kind of like James Bond, and Mel Gibson is passing the torch on to Tom Hardy to be the next Mad Max. Now, because this is a sequel to the original trilogy, I bet you're wondering, do I need to see the other Mad Max films to enjoy it? While it is a sequel, it does stand alone on its own. The beginning of the film does a really good job of keeping you up to date and knowing who this character is in Mad Max. Now, if you're expecting Tom Hardy as Mad Max to give a whole bunch of really funny action quips, you're expecting the wrong movie. Mad Max Fury Road is almost an avant-garde action film. This might be the closest to art we've seen an action film being. With that being said though, it's not up its own butt, it's not super pretentious, it's a really fun film. I've never eaten my popcorn so fast in a movie before. It was probably 15 minutes in and my medium-sized popcorn was already gone. The beginning of the movie hits you super hard and you get that feeling of desperation that all of these characters have. Now, while Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron get the top billing for the movie, the real star of this movie is the world. Most of the characters are really cool and they're really well developed, but what makes them really cool and really unique is seeing what this world has done to them and what this world has taken from them to make them so desperate, so mad, so angry, so insane. It takes a little bit for you to care about these characters, but once you do, this movie becomes not just a great action film, but a great film overall. But the reason you're going to see this movie is the action. Pretty much all the action in Mad Max Fury Road is a car chase. Actually, the whole movie is pretty much one long car chase. And watching this movie made me realize how spoiled we've become as moviegoers by CGI. Most of the action in Mad Max Fury Road is practical. That means they're actually blowing up cars, they're actually crashing them. People are actually jumping off of things or onto things. It's been a while since I've just been in awe of stunt work, and that is why you have to watch this movie in theaters while you have the chance. This might be the shortest episode of Worth a Watch ever, because this movie is definitely worth the watch, it's definitely worth the ticket, it's definitely worth the large popcorn, it's definitely worth the large drink, it's worth everything and every penny that it takes for you to go see this movie. I truly believe that you will not see a better action film this year. Now, I know Pitch Perfect 2 came out the same weekend as Mad Max Fury Road, and that's okay if you want to go see that. But my suggestion is, if you have to choose one movie to see in theaters, Pitch Perfect 2 will be just as fine at home on your television. And while I do believe Mad Max Fury Road will be able to be enjoyed at home, it will be at its best at a loud, big movie theater. So if you're working, quit. If you're in school, drop out. Whatever you're doing, quit what you're doing and go see Mad Max Fury Road in theaters right now. I absolutely love this movie, and I could not recommend it anymore to anyone. Mad Max Fury Road is how action is supposed to be, and it's probably my favorite action film that I've seen since The Raid or The Raid 2. And it quite possibly might be one of my favorite action films of all time. And I don't think it'd be very hard to say that this is the best Mad Max movie ever. So please go check it out and let me know what you think. Let me know if you loved it. Let me know if I'm crazy for loving it as much as I did. And you can tell me if you loved or hated the movie on Twitter at Fox Radio Network, #WorthAWatch. That's all I have for you this week, and we'll see you next time at foxradionetwork.com/watch. Be careful driving home and don't drive too crazy, because I kind of did leaving Mad Max and might have almost gotten in 3 wrecks or so. Later.